Okay, so part 2 of Magna Carta for Public School Teachers po. No, so in section 13, no, hours of work and remuneration. So teachers po are actively engage in actual classroom instruction shall not be required to render more than 6 hours of actual classroom teaching in a day. So technically, teachers who are teaching shouldn't have to teach for more than 6 hours a day. However, po, if the situation really requires it, no, for you to teach more than 6 hours a day, a teacher might have to teach, let's say, you have, no, you have the right or you are eligible po for extra at least, no, 25%. Ayan, nandito po siya, no? So, scheduled to give his time for preparation, production, exercises, work, normal teaching duties. However, that there will be exigencies of service required. Teacher will be required to render more than 6 hours. So 8 hours of actual teaching, no, they have they are eligible for additional compensation for at least 25% po of his basic pay. No, that's for, that is to compensate po, no, yung extra time and effort. So another is, it talks about additional compensation, no? Well, additional compensation for extra activities. Well, teacher po, no, involved in co-curricular, out of school, or any activities beyond normal duties will receive extra pay. Okay? So minimum additional compensation, this also talks about the minimum additional compensation. Additional compensation should be at least 25% of the teacher's regular pay. And also for condition for payment naman po to be eligible for additional compensation, no, a teacher no must completed at least 6 hours of actual classroom in teaching. Okay. Next, no, in cases of other teachers or school officials not engaged in actual classroom instruction, any work performed, ayan, any work performed in excess of 8 hours a day shall be paid additional compensation, which is yung sinasabi po natin kanina, 25% po ng kanyang salary. Okay? So next naman, teachers, a salary shall correspond to the following. No, it talks about comparable salaries of teachers. Una is that teachers should be competitive with those other occupations, no? Ayan, which actually has, no, or has the similar, no, qualification, training, and abilities. And next po, no, ensuring a reasonable standard of living. Okay, so salaries po should be set a level, no, that will ensure that our teachers, you teachers, their families can maintain a reasonable standard of living, no, a reasonable standard of living. Well, technically po, this is to recognize yung importance ng pagpo-provide sa livelihood na makakapag-meet ng ating basic in order to support a decent quality of life. Next naman, hours of work and enumeration, lesser C, proper grading of salary. Di ba may mga tinatawag tayong SG? No? So technically, this talk about, no, proper grading. No? So una, no, salaries should be appropriate graded to acknowledge, no, yung certain teaching position. Then, a certain teaching position will or may demand higher qualification and greater responsibilities than others. Another po, this talks about reasonable salary scale, no? Yan, the salary scale po. Okay. So, in reasonable salary scale, yung general salary scale should maintain a reasonable balance po between sa lowest at highest salaries pagdating sa teaching profession. Okay? Also, it talks about po the narrowing salary scale. No, in terms of narrowing salary scale naman, no, yung effort po, no, should be made to narrow yung salary scale para po ma-ensure natin na yung difference between the lowest and highest salaries is reasonable, no? So, ibig sabihin, no, this can be achieved by increasing the lower end and salary scale relative to upper end. Next is Section 16, salary scale, no? May tinatawag tayong gradual progression. Ito po. Okay? So, pag sinabing gradual progression, no, yung teacher salary scale natin, no, should allow for gradual increase for minimum to a maximum salary. Okay? So, may tinatawag din tayong regular, no? Regular increment na tinatawag po natin. No, pag sinabi naman nating regular increment, ito naman yung automatic increments natin na dapat nagagrant sa atin every 3 years. No, this is contingent po upon the teacher receiving a satisfactory efficient rating. Okay, so efficiency rating requirement naman, no, this talk about also, no, this also talks about efficient rating requirement. Ito naman yung teacher's efficiency rating po, no, must be at least satisfactory to qualify po doon sa regular increment. Yung sinasabi natin. And then may tinatawag din po tayong 10-year limits, no? Yung 10-year limit naman po, ito yung progression from minimum to maximum ng salary scale natin. Should be at least completed po within a maximum period of 10 years. Okay? So, next naman po, no, yung equal salaries for local and national teachers. Okay? So, equality in salary scales, no? So, una, teachers po whose salary are funded by city or local LGU or municipal district or provincial government, no, they must receive a salary scale, no, that at least po high as those po na provided sa mga teachers natin funded by the national government, no. So, this talks about also, no, yung to ensure yung pay parity, no? So, in terms of pay parity, ito yung provision which actually aims to ensure naman that yung teachers across different regions and levels natin, levels of the government, no, they should fair and equal compensation for their services. Okay? So, next is equality in salary grades, no? Salary parity, no? It talks about salary parity. Well, ayun po, yung nabanggit natin kanina, no, na yung mga government LGUs funded, schools funded by LGU or other things, no, they should receive salary scale that or could be minimum na pinoprovide sa national government. No? And also, para po ma-ensure natin na may patas na compensation, no, at least this aims po, no, to prevent yung disparity natin pagdating sa salary scale, no, at para magkaroon ng equal standard, no, pagdating sa teacher salary. So, Section 18 naman, cost of allowance, no. So, cost of living adjustment na tinatawag natin, teachers' salary should not fall behind doon sa increased cost of living. Okay? So, atin na paunti-unti, no, or minsan gradual, no, ang taas po ng cost of living natin. So, this is to ensure naman po na hindi na pag-iiwanan yung salary ng teachers pagdating sa pag-increase ng cost of living. So, technically po, yung cost of living allowance should be provided automatically, no? And this is to adjust, no, doon sa changes po ng cost of living index na sinasabi natin. O sabi nga dito, teacher salaries shall at very least keep pace with the rise of cost of living and the payment of cost of living allowance, which shall automatically follow changes in the cost of living index. Okay? So, si Secretary of Education in consultation with proper government entities, no, at least, no, could the Secretary of Ed should at least do appropriation for necessary funds natin in order to keep up with the cost of living allowance, lalo na po no, sa ating mga teachers. And also, may tinatawag tayong annual appropriation. No, ito naman, yun nga yung sinasabi ko, yung Secretary of Education natin in terms with no in consultation no sa mga entities or government entities natin no should at least fund they should at least no they should talk about the funds needed for the cost of living allowance of the teachers. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na binding determination, no? Yung, of course, the Secretary of Education should determine po yung cost of living allowances, no? So, technically, once approved by the President of the Philippines, no, doon sa binding on the city, municipal, or provincial government, this is to ensure po yung consistency, no, in terms of calculating cost of living allowance for teachers, no, employed doon sa mga local entities. Okay? So, may tinatawag na special hardship allowance naman, no? Um, special hardship allowance, no? Technically, teachers working po sa mga areas, especially po sa mga challenge areas, no? Na tinatawag natin, let's say, for example, teachers um, in that area, no, they have specific challenges like transportation, difficulties, no, unique hazard, no, they should receive special hardship allowance. Okay, so yung mga determining factors, no, the Secretary of Education should or will identify po yung mga areas kung saan no, teachers are faced with hardships, considering yung mga factors such as yung commuting challenges, specific hazard, related po doon sa lugar kung saan sila naka-employ. So, meron tayong tinatawag na minimum compensation, no? May tinatawag tayong special hardship allowance, at least 25% doon sa teacher's monthly salary. No, they should be the DepEd should be providing additional compensation no to acknowledge and compensate doon sa difficulties na kinakaharap ng ating mga teacher no pagdating doon sa lugar na kung saan nag-apply sila. Okay? So another payment in legal tender, no? So salaries to be paid in legal tender. Okay? So, ito naman po, teachers' salaries must be paid in the official currency of the Philippines, of course, commonly known as yung tinatawag nating legal tender or equivalent forms like cheque or treasury warrants. Okay? So, checks or treasury warrants po used for payment must be easily redeemable at any national provincial, city, or municipal treasuries office as well as banking institution, no, or any banking institution, no, under the law of the Republic of the Philippines. Usually po, di ba, pag bagong teachers ka, tapos bibilang ka usually talaga no, ng 3 months bago mo ma-receive yung regular pay mo, no, and that usually naka-check it today. Next po, it talks about deductions prohibited. So, may mga prohibition po of deductions, no? So, technically, hindi po allowed to deduct any amount from salaries ng teachers natin unless there is specific legal authority permitting yung mga deductions. No? So, may mga authorized deductions lamang po tayo na allowed under explicit ng legal authorities. So, pwedeng si teacher magbigay ng written authorization para sa mga deduction, no, etc. No? So, meron din tayong tinatawag na medical examination and treatment. No? So, well, technically po, no, teachers are required po to undergo free medical examination before they start the teaching at least once a year. Kaya po lahat po ng teacher every year po, no, bago mag-start ang semestre, At ang bagong school year, usually po talaga lahat po tayo ay dadaan sa annual check-up na sinasabi natin. So, of course, as government responsibility, no, if the medical examination po indicates na indicates that medical treatment or kinakailangan ng hospitalization, ang government po na entity natin, no, should be responsible for at least paying the teacher's salary. No, they must provide such treatment free of charge. Okay. So another is healthcare support. No, itong provision din ito aims to ensure the health and well-being of teachers by making medical examination and necessary treatments accessible, no, without financial burden. Well, actually po in the teaching profession, honestly, no, medyo ang grabe po yung stress level at grabe yung workload, no. That's why no, sana magkaroon ng provision, no, na kung saan bukod sa PhilHealth po natin, no, alam naman po natin kung gaano yung struggle natin, no, at ilan lang din naman ang naibibigay ng PhilHealth, no, sana magkaroon ng um, health card ang bawat guro natin o kaguruan. Kasi di ba nga po sa private companies, no, once they are regular, no, they are provided with a health card, no, may dependent pa. No, kaya nawa, na sana magkaroon din po ang mga teachers natin ng gano'n, no? Kasi ah, hindi naman natin may iwasan yung iba't ibang klase ng sakit. So, dito po, no, it talks about scarcity of medical facilities po. No, so in regions po na kung saan may mga shortage ng medical facilities, no, teachers are allowed. No, we teachers are allowed to seek medical care outside po ng region natin. And of course, in terms of traveling expenses naman po, no, teachers have the right to be reimbursed for their traveling expenses when obtaining medical care outside the region. Of course, and nandito naman, teachers may obtain elsewhere necessary medical care with the right to be reimbursed, ayan, for their traveling expenses by the government entity concerned in the first paragraph of this section. Okay, though. So technically, this is to ensure po yung access natin to healthcare, no? Yung provisions, no, para sa mga medical facilities, healthcare essentials, yan. And nawa po, no, magkaroon po tayo, nawa magkaroon ng provision na mabigyan tayo ng mga health card, no, na hindi na po natin kailangan pang bilhin ito kasi hindi natin masasabi po, no, lalo na kung kinakailangan natin ng mga ganitong services. Okay. So section 23, compensation for injuries. No, so projection against employment injuries. And bawa, teachers po, no, are safeguarded po from consequences of injuries that may occur po during their employment in line with current laws. No, so this is to recognize, no, yung strain-related health effects. Okay, so physical, nervous strain on teachers' health should be acknowledged po as a compensable occupational disease under existing law. And of course, this is to ensure the compensation, no, that teachers are well compensated or compensated and protected na in the event po na injuries or health issues arising po sa demand ng kanilang profession. Okay? So, meron din tayong tinatawag na study leave. Yan. So, study leave entitlement, no? Yung teachers natin in public schools or teachers are entitled to study leave, no? At least lasting up at least 1 school year after completing 7 years of service, no? So, after you complete 7 years of service, you are allowed to, you're entitled for 1 year of study leave. And leave granting schedule, of course, yung Department of Ed natin, no, will establish schedule for granting study leave. Or kung nasa higher ed, well, technically, you need to file, you know. or partial salary during leave. No, so during study leave po natin, we teachers are entitled to receive at least 60% ng ating monthly salary. So, meron din tawag tayong limit sa accumulation, no? So, teachers po natin, no, we cannot accumulate more than 1 year of study leave unless po, no, teachers are required, no, an additional semester, no, para makomplete ang kanyang thesis or dissertation of graduate study or allied courses. Okay? So, next is no compensation beyond first year. Okay? So, after po ng 1 year ng study leave natin, no? So, wala na pong further compensation, no? Na maibibigay or no further compensation is due to the teacher. Okay? So, accounting for seniority and pension, no? So, the period po ng study leave natin is counted for seniority and pension purposes. No, this is to ensure that teachers' rights and benefits are not compromised during. So, may tinatawag tayong compensation, no? Compensation conditions. So, compensation for at least yung 1 year ng study leave natin is no, upon the teacher, no, taking the regular study load and passing at least 75% of the course. Okay. Again, this is contingent po upon the teacher taking a regular study load and passing at least 75% of the course or the program. Okay, performance requirement. No, teachers are expected, no, to actively engage sa studies at the same time to demonstrate satisfactory academic progress po during the study leave. And of course, our Secretary of Education, no, has a discretion, no, study leave beyond 1 year may be allowed, no, by the Secretary, but such extension po, leave will not be accompanied by the compensation. Okay, so may tinatawag din po tayo indefinite leave. No, so ano nga ba yung indefinite leave? Ito yung tinatawag nating indefinite sick leave. No, so teachers can be granted indefinite sick leave kapag nagkaroon ng illness or yung illness po nila is requires by extensive treatment lasting for more than a year. Okay? So, may tinatawag din tayong salary and request upon retirement. So, salary increase, upon requirement, no, public school teachers natin who meet, no, the age and service requirement for retirement will receive a 1 year range salary increase upon retirement. Okay? So, usually ganun po yun pag nag-retire ka. No? Usually may salary increase po. One range salary increase upon retirement. Okay, so this increase, no, salary, no, technically po, this will be the basis po for calculating yung lump sum na tinatawag po natin of retirement pay and subsequent monthly benefits na marireceive po natin. And of course, freedom to organize. No, public school teachers po, no, tayo ay may karapatan to freely establish and join organization of their choice or of our choice, no? So this includes po, no, yung local and national organization na ang aim niya is to further defend po yung interest sa mga teachers, no? So technically, no, hindi naman na kinakailangan ng prior authorization, no, to exercise their rights, no, to join that kind of organization. Okay, so discrimination against teachers prohibited. So non-interference po sa right ng teachers, no. We teachers have the right po to exercise our organizational rights, no, without interference or coercion. So this is to prohibit discrimination. No, so technically, it is unlawful, no, sa kahit sinong tao to engage in the acts of discrimination against teacher, no, that intends to, una, no, to discourage or restrict organizational rights, no, naihinder mo siya, no, sa pag-join ng mga organization, undermine their interest, no? So, discrimination na mag-harm, no? Or mag-impede ng interest ng ating mga kaguruan. Okay? So, conditionality of employment, no? So, when we talk of conditionality of employment naman, ito naman is prohibited naman, it is to prohibit naman yung teachers natin, no? To make a teacher's employment contingent sa condition they refrain from joining or relinquish membership of organization. Okay, so another is second is to protection of dismissal or prejudice, no? So technically, teachers cannot be dismissed or prejudiced, no, due to their membership in an organization or their participation sa mga organization outside the school hours. Okay, so another is duty fulfillment protection. No, ang teachers are protected po, no, or protektado na, from the actions intended to prevent them, no, from carrying out their organizational duties and penalize them for action undertaken. And of course, Section 29, no, National Teacher Organization, no? So consultation with National Teacher Organization. So technically, National Teacher Organization will be involved in and consulted in formulation of national education policies, professional standards, national policies relative to social security of teachers, no, and another thought here is that in terms of input in policy formulation, no, yung organizations po natin, no, or national teachers organizations natin, they play crucial role po in providing input and insight, no, in terms of developing a significant policies. These actually policies, no, may affect or directly affecting educational professional standards and social security of our teachers. No, and that's all for the Magna Carta for professional teachers.